Good afternoon, YouTube. Yours truly, Mike the LA Dons fan, coming at you with my Week 11 NFL picks of the week. I want to know how everybody doing out there, cutting toxic people out of your life. Thank God every day you're alive on this earth. And men, important to take care of your mental health. You know, women too, but mostly men. It's important to take care of your mental health. It's very important. And before I start, I want to let you know that yes, the 2005 Dons is officially and forever the first ever Mega Bowl championship team. So that's what I'm sticking with. I thought about it long and hard last night. And I just decided, you know what? Just stick with '05 and just go from there. So that's what sticking with the '05 LA Dons, the first ever Mega Bowl championship team in franchise history. And I'm going to do two Dons classics today, one tomorrow, and hold on, two Friday night, two, maybe three Friday night, and two on Sunday. Since the Dons have a bye week this week, I'm going to do some Dons classics all throughout this week, so be ready for that. But in the meantime, let's get the picks of the week started. Starting tomorrow night in New England on Amazon Prime, the Jets at Patriots. The Jets beat my hometown Browns on Sunday. Well, actually, the Browns beat themselves. And the Patriots coming off a big win against Tampa. And I'm going to go with New England to beat the Jets just simply because the Jets beat my Browns. So it's an AFC East showdown, but I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Jets. So let's move along. All right, Sunday morning in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, in Germany, the Commanders at Dolphins. All right, the Commanders coming off a loss to Detroit. The Dolphins coming off a huge win against Buffalo at home. And both teams are 3-7. But I'm going to take the Dolphins, surprisingly. I'm going to take the Dolphins to win the games because they've won two in a row now, and they're playing pretty good. They fired their GM, and they're playing pretty good football. So I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Commanders. Now, let's go to the 1 o'clock windows on Sunday. Carolina at the Falcons for the second time this year. The Falcons, I don't know what to do with y'all. I mean, y'all got the talent, y'all got players, but I don't know what to do with them. So in Carolina, who did they play last week? I forgot. Yeah, Carolina played New Orleans. My bad. And they lost to the Saints. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Carolina over the Falcons because I don't know what to do with Atlanta. I don't know what to do with them. So give me the Carolina Panthers. Buccaneers and Bills. Both teams coming off losses. The Buccaneers coming off a loss to the Patriots, and the Bills coming off a bad loss to the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with Tampa to bounce back, even though I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo wins, but I'm gonna go with Tampa. I'm gonna go with Tampa to beat Buffalo. Let's move along. Chargers at Jaguars. All right. The Chargers coming off a big win against the Steelers. The Jaguars coming off a devastating loss to the Texans. The Chargers, congratulations to Keenan Allen, the all-time Chargers leading receiver. And the Jaguars had the game won against Houston. They blew it. I'm going to take the Chargers over the Jaguars. So give me the Chargers over the Jaguars. And an NFC North showdown in Minnesota between the Bears and the Vikings. This is going to be a good one. The Vikings won the first meeting week 1, but the Bears are playing really good. And the Vikings, they look a little shaky right now, so I'll take the Bears over the Vikings. And the Packers at Giants. The Giants fired Brian Dable, the head coach. Packers coming off a loss on Monday night to the Eagles. I'm just going to take the Packers to bounce back and beat the Giants. And we're going to an AFC North showdown in Pittsburgh between the Bengals and the Steelers. All right. The Steelers coming off a loss. The Bengals coming off a bye, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure about this game, but by default, I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers to bounce back at home. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals win, but for now, we're going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Bengals. And the Texans, the AFC South showdown. Texans at Titans. Titans coming off a bye. Texans coming off a win. It's going to be in Tennessee. This is going to be, just give me the Texans. I'll take the Texans over the Titans because I don't know about the Titans. I don't trust them. Give me the Texans, and I'll be right back with the 4 o'clock windows after this. All right, 4 o'clock windows. I'm back. 4 o'clock windows. Niners at Cardinals. All right, the Niners coming off a loss to the Rams. The Cardinals coming off getting their ass whooped from the Seahawks. I had to say it. I'm going to take the Niners over the Cardinals. And speaking of the Seahawks, the Seahawks at the Rams in SoFi. Big time NFC West matchup. I'm going to take the Rams to win over Seattle simply because the Rams are in SoFi, but I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle wins, but I'm taking the Rams over the Seahawks. And the Ravens at my hometown Cleveland Browns. I never did this on the picks of the week. I'm not going to pick neither of these teams. I'm just going to let this one ride out. Let's move along. Chiefs at Broncos, the big time game in the afternoon. Broncos offensively kind of a mess right now. Defensively, they're playing good. Kansas City, I think they're coming off a bye. And I'm going to take Kansas City to beat the Broncos. So let's move along. And the Lions at Eagles Sunday night in Philly. Philly coming off a hard-fought win against Green Bay. Detroit coming off a big win in Washington. But I'm going to take the Eagles over the Lions because simply the Eagles are at home. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions win that one. But I'm going to take Philly to win. But this is going to be a tight ball game on a Sunday night. But I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit goes in and beat Philly. But I'm going to take the Eagles over the Lions. And then on a Monday night, we got Cowboys at Raiders. All right, Cowboys. Like I said, sad to see that young man lose his life. My prayers with his family, and I know Cowboys are gonna be emotional about, be ready, try to win it for him. And for the Raiders, I don't know what to do with them neither. So just give me the Cowboys over the Raiders in Vegas. And yeah, so Cowboys, I'm taking the Cowboys simply because, one, they're coming off a bye. Two, they lost that young man lost the young man that was on the team, committed suicide. So like I said, prayers out to him and his family. And I'm just going to take the Cowboys to win for that factor. And another factor, the Raiders. I love Pete Carroll, love you, Pete, but I don't know what's going on out there. But anyways, I'm taking the Cowboys over the Raiders. So the bye weeks, the Colts and Saints. So now, my teams that I pick: Patriots over the Jets, Dolphins over the Commanders, Panthers over the Falcons, Buccaneers over the Bills, Chargers over the Jaguars, Bears over the Vikings, Packers over the Giants, Steelers over the Bengals. All right, Texans over the Titans, Niners over the Cardinals, Rams over the Seahawks. Didn't pick neither the Browns or the Ravens. I let that one ride out. And Chiefs over the Broncos. Yeah, that's something I never did. And be on lookout. I might do some more of that too. So, except playoffs. So, yeah. But anyways, Chiefs over the Broncos, Eagles over the Lions, Cowboys over the Raiders. So those are my Week 11 picks of the week. Let me know in the comment section who you got winning this week, and I'm gonna do some more classics, Don's classics. All right, starting after this video, and some more next week, the rest of the week and next week. So be ready, and because the Dons are on the bye week, so I'm gonna do some more Dons classics. And yes, the 05 Dons is the first ever Mega Bowl championship team in franchise history. It's a fun segment I do. All right, and to remind you, Saturday, Iowa at USC, I will do live play-by-play for that game. So be ready, and everybody have a good day. Hold on one second. So everybody have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Mike the LA Dons fan, signing off. Peace.